Outsourcing perception. There is a moment in Baha'u'llah's Lawh-i-Sarraj that is easy to overlook, but once you see it, it rearranges the whole landscape. The tablet begins with a doctrinal question. Sarraj wants to know how a soul can move from spiritual exaltation to degradation. In the Barbie world of the 1860s, this was a theological puzzle. If Mirza Yahya was understood to be the successor to the Bab, how could he have gone astray? A question like that normally invites a doctrinal reply, something built from scripture, metaphysics, or moral explanation. But Baha'u'llah does something unexpected. He doesn't answer doctrinally at all. He turns the entire conversation towards the mechanics of knowing. In the fourth paragraph of the tablet, Baha'u'llah shifts the ground beneath the question. The issue is not what people believe, it is how they come to believe it. He begins by insisting that every soul must use its own eyes, ears, and heart. He writes, "For today it hath been ordained by God that every soul should observe and ponder his cause with their own eyes, ears, and heart." And he goes on to say that when these instruments are alive and in use, the soul becomes illumined by the dawning splendours of the sun of meanings. In other words, a soul becomes illumined by using the faculties God placed within it, by seeing with its own eyes, hearing with its own ears, and understanding with its own heart. When those faculties are awake, the soul stands upright. It can see, it can hear, it can recognize the manifestation when he appears. But when those same faculties are handed over to someone else, the soul becomes blind. Its perception collapses inward. Baha'u'llah names the things that cause this collapse. These include conjecture, hearsay, blind imitation, inherited patterns, all the ways we let others do our seeing for us. They are situations where Baha'u'llah says, people have sullied their ears and hearts with the sayings of men. The sun of meanings is always shining its splendours on creation. If a person cannot see it, the problem is with the blockages in their eyes, ears, and heart, the very faculties meant to recognize God. This is the answer to Sarraj's question. A soul descends when it hands over its perception to someone else. Error is not wrong ideas. Error is blind imitation. A person with imperfect ideas can still be on the path of guidance if they are seeing with their own faculties. Their mistakes refine over time, because the inner link remains intact. But a person with correct doctrine can be spiritually inert if their correctness is borrowed. Their perception is outsourced. Their inner link is severed. Some have claimed that independent investigation applies only until one declares belief, and that after that point, the community's administration takes over the work of guidance. But Baha'u'llah's answer to Sarraj dismantles that idea entirely. Independence of perception is not a preliminary step. It is the condition of recognition itself. If a soul lets that independence go, its recognition goes with it. And that is how a soul moves from exaltation into degradation. The implications are striking but simple. Spiritual life isn't about holding the right ideas. It's about keeping the instruments of perception clear. Because the sun of meanings is always shining, and we can't see it if we're using someone else's eyes.